everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111 and welcome back to Step Into the Light podcast, episode 5. I'm here with Sunena.
Hey guys, great to be back.
Yes, it is great to be back, and today's topic is be present now and how. So I'm really excited to talk about this topic.
I'm super excited too. Staying in the present moment is something that's so important for your overall health.
Exactly. It really helps people get more into a state of not only just presence, but mindfulness. It also helps you get into a place of gratitude. And so what we want to do, like we do all of our topics, is we define what that topic is, right? So let's talk about what is being present. What does that mean? Okay, so what that means is be in the here and now. Be in this existing moment that we are in right now, right? It's about be in the here and now. It's about being mindful. When you're mindful, F-U-L-L, mindful, you're in the energy of filling your mind with the present energy of what you are doing, okay? The other thing the other words or like sentence that I would use to describe what does it mean to be present is that you should only focus on the events or the emotions or the situation that is happening now. So, for example, you and I are sitting here doing this podcast, right? So I am present in this moment because, one, we have to stay on track, right? Because I don't want to get all like messed up in my brain with all kinds of other thoughts. But that's typically what happens when you're not in the present moment, right? So, if you're, in an energy and you're having a conversation with someone and then you're already thinking of 1, your response back, 2, the 20 other things you have to do, 3, your phone, and are there messages on there? That's not being mindful, right?
Right. You can't be thinking about the past. You can't be thinking about everything you have to do later on during the day.
Right.
You should be listening to the person that's talking to you.
Exactly.
Staying in the present moment.
Right. Mindfulness is important. When you are mindful, when you are in the here and now, when you're focusing on the present and what is happening right in front of you, those are the things that would define what it means to be present. So now that we understand, hopefully you all understand now what it means to be present, what we want to do is we want to take you through how to be present.
So we're going to go through a few strategies so that you can apply this to your life.
Right, your day-to-day life, right? In simple circumstances or in something that you're, if you're in a meeting, if you're interacting with your family, if you're with your friends, we want to be able to help you apply some of these strategies so that you are present in everything that you do, okay? Especially in today's world where, again, everything is a lot of immediate gratification. A lot of things are instant. And so, if someone sends you a text message, do you have to instantly reply? If someone sends you an email, do you have to instantly get back to them, right? We're so connected to so many things that we really lose the perspective of self and being mindful and present in what we personally are doing. So, number 1, how to be present now. Take advantage of situations or areas or circumstances where you are forced to pause, okay? So what does that mean? That means you're driving and there's a red light. Take a minute in that pause. You're forced to pause. You're not going to run the red light, right? Take a minute in that pause and just kind of be present. Be present in what you're doing. A lot of times I feel like people are mindless driving. They're just driving on autopilot, right?
Right. They just zone out when they're driving. They get to their destination and they don't even remember the journey there.
They don't remember the view. They don't remember what was happening, the songs that were playing, right? So this is really the opposite of mindful is mindless,
right? Instead, when you stop at that red light, take a moment to take a few deep breaths, look around, listen to the song that's playing on the radio and be aware of your surroundings.
Exactly.
Be aware of how you feel.
Exactly. So that would be, so these situations, and we're just giving you simple examples. So it would be like a red light or waiting in line, right? At like the store. If you're waiting on hold on like, the infinite hold times when you're calling for your prescription or you're on the phone about customer service, take those moments to just kind of be present. Just be present. Really check in, see where you're at, be present now. Number 2, savor the moments. Okay, so you kind of alluded to this a little bit about songs, right? So I know me personally, like when I'm mindless and not mindful, like I will, and this actually happened to me one time. I was driving this 2-hour drive, and like I wouldn't, like the song that I love was playing, and then I would like zone off somewhere else, and then I'd have to repeat the song again because I missed the song and the meaning and all. And so that's just the thing. It's like savor those moments, be present in the song, right?
That happens to me all the time. Like sometimes when I'm listening to a song that I love and I miss my favorite line because I zoned out, I literally like rewind the song so that I can like feel that lyric fully.
Exactly. So savor the moment. That could also be food. Again, everyone's in such a rush all the time. We're chewing fast. Like you and I just had lunch. I don't even really remember like inhaling the food. I was so hungry.
You have to enjoy your food.
Right.
Savor.
Savor.
It's called savory for a reason.
Exactly. So savoring is so important because, not only is it good for your health, because you don't want to just be not chewing food, right? And then your body has to work extra hard. So when you're savoring and you're mindful and you're also in this state of gratitude, like grateful, like, oh my God, this is so delicious and I can taste this and I can crunch that and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And again, we're giving you simple examples because we want this to be able to relate to any type of audience, any age group. And so savoring the moment is like food or a song. And you had brought up laughter, right?
Laughter. If I'm with my friends, we're all laughing in a joke. I savor those moments so much. I just love the feeling of like my stomach hurting because someone says something so funny and I'm just looking at all my friends laughing. I live for those moments. So in those moments, I just really want to take everything in.
Exactly. I love that. So number 1 was taking advantage of those situations where you're forced to pause. 2, savoring the moments. 3, detach from your phone. It has to be an item, right? Like I literally wrote this down because it is so important to detach from your phone. If you think about it, like we talk about these situations and these times where we're forced to have this pause, right? Like number 1. But then we also have idle time. We get into an elevator. We're in the bathroom.
Right.
We're like, waiting for somebody to get ready so we can leave. So what is the first thing that you grab when you have idle time? Your phone, right?
Right.
So when you think about it, when you go to the bathroom or when you're in the elevator, that's what the first thing you do. You grab your phone, you check to see if anybody's message, you respond to a text message, you go through Instagram, you're going through your social media, instead of just kind of being present, right? Going to the bathroom and actually enjoying the peace of not having somebody like talk to you or bother you, right? Or being in the elevator for 5 minutes, like be present. So detaching from your phone is really important. And I have to say, detaching from your phone or any technology like that keeps you so instantly connected, it is an invasive energy. It really is invasive. And in the world of just in general, but specifically in spirituality, it really can affect your energy because of what you're absorbing, right?
Right.
When you're absorbing, we talked about this in like self-worth issues, self-love issues, like what people are seeing, the energy that you're absorbing. And so it really prevents people from being mindful. Mindful, again, remember, is the definition of being present. So detaching from your phone in any way that becomes too obsessive, too much of a filler during idle times is important. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
So one other item, so this would be now number 4, is checking in with your body. Checking in with your senses. And you have some really good tips about that, right? So why don't you explain that type of energy, how to check in with your body, your senses, your breathing. so that you can be present.
No, this is a strategy that I use all the time to stay present. It's simply just becoming aware of your senses, becoming aware of your breath. For example, one thing that I do is I like to feel the weight of my body against the ground, against the chair or whatever, wherever I may be, and become aware of the sounds that I hear, any sounds. And then I feel the rise and fall of my belly, and take a few deep breaths. And that really helps to ground me and bring me back to the present moment.
So you're talking about physical symptoms, right?
Right,
So
right.
this is physical symptoms. So yeah, I think that's awesome. Like you're definitely your breath, right? Your bodily function.
And becoming aware of your physical sensations really brings you back to the present moment and gets you out of your head.
Right. Because when you are observing your body, your breath, I think those are important because also it helps with grounding, right?
Exactly.
It helps with grounding. And when you're observing your body and those sensations, like if you're really in your head and you're going to get a headache and you're observing, those types of sensations and what's happening, and then you're paying attention to that body.
Exactly.
If your like heart is racing, you have to pay attention to that because something is doing that. If your breath is labored, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's great. So how do you, when you're observing your body and those sensations, like what are you doing?
I'm trying to slow my breath. You always want your exhales to be longer than your inhales.
Really? Why is that?
Because that helps slow your breathing, and it actually helps to slow your heart rate as well.
So your exhales longer than your inhale. So
Right. I was doing a guided meditation the other day, and what it was saying was count how many beats your inhales are and make your exhales 1 or 2 beats longer. And that helps to slow your breathing, ground you, and bring you back to the present moment.
I like that. What kind of effect then does that have on people that are overthinkers in their minds?
It totally relaxes you and gets you out of your head. And that's really helped me because I've had really bad anxiety in the past. And now that's just something that I do throughout the day without even thinking about it. It's just become a habit of mine, and it's really helped me improve my anxiety and stress.
Good for you. Good for you. And the other thing that you were saying, and this is the fifth thing, the fifth item of how, is observing your thoughts and feelings. So that was a really good practice, which is about observing your body and its sensations, but also observing thoughts and feelings and your emotions. I think that was a really good thing that you brought up in mindfulness. So talk to us a little bit more about that.
Another thing that I do, and this is something that I also learned from just like doing meditations all the time. I know I say that a lot, but it's something that's really helped me.
Well, it's your thing.
It's totally my thing.
Yeah.
It's totally changed my life when it comes to like mental health, and also helps you stay present, because sometimes you're all up in your head. You're thinking about what you have to do in the future, what you have to do later on in the day. You're stressed out about the past. You're pining over things that happened in the past. And instead of getting all caught up and emotional about those thoughts, simply calm yourself down, ground yourself. That's always my first step, is to ground myself. And then once those thoughts start coming back to my mind, instead of getting all caught up and emotional, I simply acknowledge those thoughts in my mind and let them pass.
Good. I think that's great. I mean, I think that's really, just seeing you grow, that's really helped you. And not only past, but also getting too caught up in the future, right? And then it's also helped you, I would say, tap in more to your gifts, because when you're mindful, you're listening to your intuition, right? So the sixth and final practice that we have here for all of you is being mindful, being present now reduces stress. And that's all the stuff that you've been talking about, that we've been talking about, is when you're mindful, when you are, taking advantage of situations where you're forced to pause, when you're savoring the moment, which was number 2, when you're detaching from your phone, number 3, and all of the external energies, when you are, number 4, checking in with your body and its sensations and how it's feeling, when you are, number 5, observing your thoughts and feelings, it ultimately then, number 6, reduces stress, right?
Totally.
So when you are practicing being mindful, That's how you practice. So now what's the benefit? What's the benefit? So we're doing all these things. We're breathing, we're checking in with our body, we're grounding, we're detaching from our phone. The benefits are, one, better concentration and focus. Number one, when you're mindful, you can concentrate better. You're focused. Number two, you are better as far as your attention to detail and what you're executing in the world. So when I'm mindful in this podcast, when I'm mindful when I am talking to someone or engaging or whatever, working out, even when I'm being mindful of those reps and how I'm lifting or how I'm walking or my posture, I'm executing better, I'm paying attention. The next benefit, number 3, your memory starts to improve. How many times, oh my gosh, when you are in mindlessness and not mindful, literally be having a conversation with you and I forgot what the hell was happening 10 minutes ago.
No, that happens to me all the time.
Right? So when you're mindful, your memory improves because you're present in the moment and you can remember what's happening. 4, the fourth benefit to this, you're able to distinguish now what's important and what's not important. Like you were just talking, right, earlier about like when you're grounding and you're observing your thought and then you're releasing it.
Yes.
You're understanding in that moment, was that an important thought for me? Or am I going to release it and it really wasn't, right? 5, you're smarter. Sorry, but you're smarter because what? Your mind is full. So I love these simple techniques that we talked about, and I love the benefits that occur based on that practice. Now you have something special planned for us to end this podcast, right?
Right.
Awesome.
So we're going to actually do a simple guided meditation.
I'm excited. I really need this right now.
I'm super excited too. So this is just a simple guided meditation that you guys can use whenever you need it to help bring you back to the present moment and keep you grounded. So this meditation is meant to help you relax. So never listen to this meditation while driving or doing anything that requires your attention. Now, let's begin. Let's start by finding a comfortable position. If possible, try not to cross your arms or your legs. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. And take a moment here to take a few deep breaths. Feel the rise and fall of your belly as you become more and more relaxed with each breath. And with each exhale, you release all the stress you've been holding in throughout your day. And with each inhale, you take in a new sense of peace and relaxation. Now I want you to become aware of your senses. Feel the weight of your body on the ground, bed, or wherever you may be. You're perfectly safe right where you are, now, in the present moment. You're okay. Now become aware of the sounds you can hear. Any background noise, the music, or simply the sound of my voice. Take another deep breath. You might find that your mind begins to wander during this meditation, and that's completely okay and normal. Simply acknowledge these thoughts and send them on their way. This is your time. So take another deep breath and relax without worry of the past or the future. and out. And when you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring movement back into your body. Take the biggest inhale you've taken all day. And exhale to release any tension you may have left in your body. Now, wake up, open your eyes. You're now ready to face the rest of your day.
I feel really relaxed. And that's just so simple, right? It's just really breathing, acknowledging,
Right.
and just being okay with the energy. If like you're thinking too much, release it. Just go back to baseline.
It's so easy, so simple, and it's so short. It only takes a few minutes out of your day to just clear your mind, stay grounded, stay calm. You're totally okay.
Right. Takes a few moments just to stay present.
Amazing.
Well, we hope you enjoyed today's podcast about Be Present Now and How. And thank you, Sunena, for that guided
Of
meditation.
course. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. I hope
Yes.
you liked it.
And she created that entire meditation. She wrote that herself. So
Yep.
great job.
Thank
And
you.
join us again next week for Step Into the Light podcast with Queen of Light and Sunena. Bye, everybody.
Bye.